Hello, everybody.
Hi.
My name is Darren.
I'm Graham.
And I have seen, but you have not, Ride Along 2.
Oh, Ride Along 2. You know, I haven't seen the first one.
Neither have I.
I've been meaning to.
Why?
Because it's got...
Go on. Iced tea.
Oh, is it iced tea?
I get confused. I get confused between iced tea, ice cube, and vanilla ice. I'm sure it's iced tea, the one from 21 and 22 Jump Street.
I think it's... And Ice Cube's in Pearl Harbor. Is that right?
I don't know, I haven't seen Pearl Harbor. Although I do like Roger Ebert's review of Pearl Harbor, which is... It's a film about the time the Japanese launched a surprise attack on an American love triangle. All right, I liked it. Anyway, so Ride Along 2.
Yes. Yeah. I was really excited for this film.
Were you?
The trailers all looked really
I hadn't
great.
even seen a trailer for it.
Yeah.
Might not have gone if I had. So I only went because a friend wanted to go, and I thought I'd go with him to see it. And also, I have one of those cards, so I'd have to pay.
Yeah.
I can see unlimited films.
He's no longer a friend.
No, he is. So Ice-T is a detective in the police.
He's a detective.
Yeah, and
Right.
his soon-to-be brother-in-law is played by, is it Kevin Hart?
Yeah, Kevin Hart.
The little one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kevin Hart, yeah.
Little guy. He's a policeman
Okay.
who's given the opportunity to go along with Ice-T.
A ride along.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
To
Ride along to...
Hawaii,
Hawaii.
I think.
Right.
Or somewhere.
Is that what it's called?
Because there's a big crime gone on there. So they're going to investigate it. And obviously,
Big crime.
if it's a good crime solved, the other guy will be promoted up.
Right.
As in, Kevin Hart. Is it Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if it goes wrong, he'll probably get fired or something.
Oh.
And the crime, to my knowledge, is a guy has some stuff on a computer that Ken Jeong steals.
Okay.
I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
You didn't pick up the... Because you're normally quite good at picking up the nuances of cinema and...
Thank you very much.
Well,
it's funny you should say that. Do you know how... I'm only saying all this because it was so shit and boring and dull that it was hard to concentrate. Some kids were talking all the way through the film, whereas usually I'd think about pushing the soft part of their skull in.
Yeah.
Just listen to them.
Right,
just listen to their conversations. It was the tension for the film was waiting to see when somebody would have those kids kicked out. It's about 30 minutes in, but it felt like about 3 hours
They
in.
actually did get kicked out?
Yeah. Some guy came with a suit and tie, like a special kick you out from the cinema guy.
Excellent. Somebody who looks like they have authority.
Yeah, I look like a bouncer or something.
Right.
Anyway, so do you know how, like, when your friends have a gathering, just like you're all just hanging out eating pizza?
Yeah, we call them a lunchbox social.
Yeah. But you misjudge the situation entirely, and you turn up wearing a tuxedo with, like, a cravat and a long flowing cape, and you feel like...
and a staff and...
Yeah, exactly. You think, God, I've overdressed a little bit for this.
Yeah.
Well, when I brought my brain to this film, that's kind of how I felt like,
Yeah.
I've brought far too much to this table.
You were over about
Yeah. Oh, silly me.
Oh, right. So you should just... As a word of warning for future viewers of the film.
Yeah, try and shoot yourself in the head, but miss slightly. just get the bits you probably only mostly
Fight Club
need.
style, like right through the cheek.
Yeah, you meet me at a very strange time in my life, as I left the cinema. So I didn't laugh.
Oh?
But
Wait, it is a comedy.
Well, I assumed so.
Oh.
But I didn't see any jokes in it.
Right.
And it wasn't like I saw the jokes and thought that wasn't funny. I didn't see any jokes.
Oh.
Maybe that was the mystery. Maybe that's what they were trying to solve, and that's why I couldn't understand it all. They were trying to find the jokes.
Yeah, big crime.
Yeah. So it wasn't funny. But
that's a shame.
Yeah, there was a bit where somebody else in the audience laughed.
Oh.
It wasn't very funny what they were laughing at. Basically, Kevin Hart shot a person wearing body armour, which was pretty obvious, and they sat back up, and he went to shoot them again because he thought they were a zombie.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So that was that. The action was shit. Like, literally.
The action... If they're not going to put half the budget away for the comedy side, which they've advertised it being a comedy...
Have they? I haven't seen any trailers.
Yeah, I think...
Maybe they haven't.
I mean, it's got Kevin Hart in it. It's going to be a comedy.
Well, that's why I assumed. Okay, this is Ice-T.
And Ken Jeong. And Ice-T, in fact.
Ken Jeong was what was getting me through, because I like him. But it wasn't like it was like I was just watching him before a take or something, you know?
Right.
Like, he'll do something funny. Oh, it's just cut. He'll do... Oh, no, it's gone again. Like,
just filming adverts on the other set.
Yeah, just like, this film is so bad. Just let Ken Jeong go mental and start screaming and just doing weird shit like he
did in The Hangover and redeemed it.
No, I hate The Hangover as well. But yeah, so
maybe you just don't like comedy, because...
That's not true.
Oh?
Because I love comedy. That's my argument.
That's it.
I present the case.
Disprove.
Yeah, so Ice-T didn't do anything at all. It was like the
Okay.
do you know how in do you know From Russia with Love, the Bond movie? There's that actor that was dying of cancer. So all
Okay.
his scenes like just had him sat down or like slumped in front of the camera whilst
Yeah.
literally Sean Connery would hold him up from behind. It was like they'd done that with Ice-T. And like
Oh.
he's really pushing to get out of the frame, but they're pushing him back. And as a result, he just kind of screws his face up a bit. That's
Alright.
all he does.
Alright.
I'm not even kidding. That's all he does.
That can't be all he does.
Why can't it be all he's done?
Because
He
he's
does.
an actor, you know, and he's got to earn his wage, and he's testing himself in every film.
What's he trying to do?
Every
See how little he can do before he fossilizes himself. Before he turns into a rock.
petrol.
Yeah.
No, come on. I mean,
Go on.
every acting project that you know a serious actor would take
Is
on,
Ice-T a serious actor?
I would say
The only-
he takes his acting seriously. I mean,
Well, I would say that he does based on the fact that everything he did seems serious. But do you know when somebody's so serious they're just boring?
right.
Because they're not doing anything interesting. They're just squinting and looking serious like this.
But that's
him for the whole movie.
Well, that's his character, isn't it? Though, like in most films,
Well, that's a
his.
boring character then. He's done nothing.
He's like typecast as the strong but silent type, you know.
Well,
and
no,
he's got
because
an
in 21
attitude every now
Jump
and
Street
again.
and 22 Jump Street, he's hilarious because he's just shouting and screaming.
And he
and
does come up
swearing.
with funny things.
Well,
like,
it's obviously scripted.
Korean Jesus ain't got time for you. Yeah, no, but it is the delivery and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you
that's,
know, like-
yeah. The directions,
Yeah.
you know, the delivery the director's got out of him.
yeah. So who directed this one?
Tim Story,
All right.
who has somehow managed to make me reevaluate Brett Ratner because Tim Story did the shitty Fantastic Four 1 and 2 and this, and Brett Ratner obviously did the shitty X-Men 3 and Rush Hour, which is kind of similar.
Oh, I quite like X-Men 3, but go on.
And I hate X-Men 3
Cool.
and I hate Toy Story. I hate
Wow.
because it
That's
was
not true.
No, I love Toy Story. It's because it's got story. Because I hate Fantastic Four 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But I hate Rush Hour.
So what's
But
the
at least I
relation?
could see the jokes in Rush Hour, and Jackie Chan
Right.
was good at fighting.
Sure. There's something to watch at least.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it's like, what? That means that I prefer a film starring Chris Tucker to this.
Wow.
I know.
You're on the learning curve now. You've
No.
actually reached the learning curve. Now you can
No, I've
start
just hit
following
rock
it
bottom.
up to Fifth Element.
I've left my partner that used to spit in my face and found a new one that punches me in it, and now I'm thinking I used to like it and spat it in the face. It's better than this. So yes, it was just rubbish. It was just nothing. It was just a lot of nothing. That's all I can say about it.
All right. Okay. All right. So it's been advertised as a comedy. It's been
If you say
advertised as
so.
an action film. Yeah.
Hmm.
There's bits of action. So
Yeah, there's
If
like a
it
few
hasn't-
shootouts and that's it.
okay. So but if they're not really there and present, then
Definitely
surely
not.
the very backbone of a film, the story, comes through.
Well, I don't know what the
a
story.
solid gold.
So Ken Jeong had stolen something from a baddie. I don't know why. The baddie was angry. Ice-T and Kevin Hart wanted to get Ken Jeong because they wanted to get the baddie, but I don't know what the baddie was doing particularly. I think
Well,
he was
if you weren't
smuggling drugs
watching
or
it-
weapons. No, I was.
Oh.
But you know when somebody's telling a simple story so badly that you start zoning out and you just don't care, and then they say, and then this happened, you think, what?
That's what I get here.
Yeah, exactly. There was, it's just rubbish.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really bad. I mean, it wasn't the worst film I've seen this week. Dirty Grandpa was. And it wasn't the best film I've seen this week
So-
either. The Michael Bay movie was.
Ride
Which I
Along
hated.
to Miami was better than
Dirty Grandpa.
Dirty Grandpa.
Yeah, because both were shite, but at least Ride Along 2 wasn't offensive. And not in the way that Dirty Grandpa thought was offensive. So yeah. So like, okay, so...
Just to explain, he's offended by the fact that De Niro would lower himself to this.
No, I'm not. I'm offended by the stereotypes of, you know...
that as well.
Yeah, the racism, homophobia, and sexism in Dirty Grandpa.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just, yeah.
You got nothing else to say about it? I mean, was there nice cars in it? Did the cars
I
look
don't
nice?
really care about cars.
You were with somebody who does like cars. Did he like the cars?
No, because he got drunk and started a fight with some children
Oh.
over the price of their
Sounds
shoes.
like you had a lot of distraction. Maybe you need to watch it again.
No.
No.
Never again. And there's a bit, actually, speaking of cars,
Okay.
where Kevin Hart's character plays Xbox and he's playing like a Grand Theft Auto bit. Then later on, he has to drive the car for real in a similar situation. And so to get through it,
okay, that's-
he like visualizes Grand Theft Auto.
Sounds like there's a joke set up there.
No, that's the joke.
Oh.
That's where it goes. But,
All right, so it's remember what happened earlier. Well, we're doing it again. That kind of thing.
well, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
But the graphics on the game he was playing, it was like the person who directed this film hasn't played a game since about 1998 and doesn't think that special graphics have gotten
Yeah.
any better.
All right.
Because it's just blocky and everything. You just think like, do you not know anything? Like, Just put a console on, you'll see they're better than this.
Yeah.
This is. I don't know
So it wasn't actually GTA. It was something
no,
that
no,
they
it was
designed
obviously
for
they
the
couldn't
purpose.
afford GTA.
Right.
I don't know why. It's not like I spent the money on anything else. So yeah, so they just made their own version, but it was the worst graphics I've ever seen.
Right.
And he was playing it, he's going, like getting into it. I'm just thinking, like, you would send that game, you would never buy that game.
Yeah.
You would look at the back of the box and go, this looks shit.
Well, maybe there was a big whole, a bit of backstory that they never explained. Like
What, in the first movie?
he designed that game, maybe, and
Well, I shouldn't
modeled the 3D.
Either explain the backstory, and actually that was quite interesting because I haven't seen the first one, and usually I have when I see a sequel.
Yeah.
And like you get to the sequel and you think like, oh, there's the clunky exposition. I found it useful, but I recognised it as being clunky. So when it's like, oh, you're my brother-in-law. Like, oh, okay, that's his brother-in-law then.
Yeah.
Your name is Pete. Oh, okay, his name's Pete.
Yeah.
It's nice to have it spelt out for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't like it.
Well, I mean, how long has it been since the first one? I mean,
Came out 2014, so just over a year. No, anyway, nothing else to say about it. A bit of rubbish.
Yeah.